Well, hello, school counselors and school counselors to be. I hope you guys are having a great day. Today, we're getting ready to get into another Talk It Out week review where I am coming to you, sharing with you guys just how my week was, everything that I've done, and also just telling you guys a jewel that I was able to grab out of the week to just keep me inspired to continue to impact students' lives. So with that being said, if you have not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe, and also make sure you hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time that I upload a video. Okay, you guys, let's get into this. So Tuesday, I actually ended up helping out with making sure the students were able to get to their classrooms. Once again, these are kindergartners that was coming in that didn't know where they were going to go. There were some second graders and first graders that, kind of didn't know, basically those new students. So I was able to help out with that and just get them situated. And that was a perfect opportunity because I was able to let them know, hey, I'm your school counselor, Mrs. Bird, if you ever need me. And I was able to kind of just touch bases with some of them. So I was able to do that. And I also had a meeting about attendance because that is one of the things that I have to do at my school is just, keep up with attendance to a certain extent. And so I really didn't know how we were going to do that, especially with us being on this whole hybrid thing and all this craziness that is taking place. So I had to actually talk to my principal about that, and she was just like, hey, when I get more information, she would give me information. So she was just, hey, don't worry about it right now. Let's just get these kids in here and get them ready to learn and all that stuff like that. So that is something I guess that I'm going to have to just, as she gets information, deal with that when that time comes. So I did have a meeting for that. I also had to do a health department training. It was just going through like a PowerPoint and looking at some videos, and that was pretty much about like EpiPens, how that works, and medications and AEDs and all those different type of things. So I actually had to do that morning because I wanted to go ahead and sign off on that. Y'all, it has been crazy. I should have done that like a week or 2 weeks ago, but y'all, it has been crazy. So thankful though I was able to get that done. When that first half of the day was finished and kids were getting ready to go home, then I had to help out with the second load of kids coming in, and that was about 11:50. I had to help kids get to their classrooms and different things like that. So I had to make sure that I did that Tuesday. And Tuesday I did not do any check-ins. I mainly just focused on emails, doing, trying to just get everything together, helping out, the students as much as I could, getting some lessons together and all that type of things. Tuesday was a pretty crazy day because we had to get used to this whole new schedule that was just sent to us for us to do from that week before. And so that, y'all, I'm just glad that we can say, oh, I think we got it. Wednesday, I actually ended up having morning duty once again. And I've spent Wednesday preparing lessons, planning lessons, trying to get some different things together for the students, and just putting in my use of time. And I was just bouncing a little bit of everywhere on Wednesday, helping out with whatever was needing help with. And I did not do any check-ins that day. But Thursday is when I started to do my check-ins. I really wanted to focus on the new students that was at the school, but just seeing how they felt being in the school. Do they like it? Is there anything that brought them joy since they've been there for the past 2 days? So I was really able to do check-ins. I also brought out the Meebe doll and did that with the students too, and they really enjoyed that. So I was able to see 10 students on Thursday. And y'all, that afternoon, it got crazy once again because we had a plumbing issue that was down the hall that I was in. I'm in the first grade hallway, and so there was a plumbing issue that was going on. So we all had to actually just move from our classrooms, and I actually ended up being put into the library. I wasn't put into the library, but I decided to go to the library with another first grade teacher, and I was able to sit in the back and just kind of just observe as well as catch up on some things that I had to do. And so Thursday, we just ended up having to just go with the flow. So that's what I did Thursday. And Friday, I just prepared lessons. Once again, I prepared lessons. I also worked on a newsletter that I was I'm going to send out to students and their parents. And so that's pretty much the gist of my week. It was a shorter week. Mainly it was just, hey, doing check-ins. Thursday, helping out with, trying to get students to their classrooms. I had that one meeting about attendance, but it wasn't even a long meeting, and just doing lessons. So this week was a more of a laid back week, even though it was still crazy. So I just wanted to share my week with you guys and let you guys know what that looked like for me. What did your week look like? What did you guys have to do? Put that down in the comments below. I also want to let you guys know, oh, I forgot my jewel. I can't forget that. So the jewel that I was able to pull out of this week was just being able to make time to meet with new students. Even though I didn't meet with all the new students, K through second grade, I started off with kindergarten. But I tell you what, it was just a joy just being able to talk to some of those kindergartners and, just kind of seeing where their head was with being in a new big school. And so that was a jewel that I was able to pull out of this week. What was your jewel? What was your jewel that you could pull out this week that took place that really made your day? Sometimes it can be hard to pull out jewels, especially when you're so busy and you have 1,000 things to do. But I at least try to think of, okay, what was something that I know either impacted the student's life, or the student impacted my life, or even the teacher impacted my life. So if there was something that stuck out to you, put it down in the comments below. I also want to let you guys know is that I am actually I actually recorded a video that I'm going to be uploading probably next week. I call it like a generations perspective, as far as like interviewing different people from different, age ranges, and just seeing how their experience was when they were in school with school counselors. And so the first people that I actually interview is my mother and my stepdad. And so you guys are going to be able to hear their perspective of how involved the counselor was in their lives when they were in school. And so it's interesting how you can kind of see the different perspectives on when you hear what an older generation might say versus a newer generation, when you hear how counselors was looked like in the schools when your mothers or your grandmothers was in school versus what school counselors look like to like my nieces and nephews. So I'm excited to be getting into that. So you guys look out for that video. I thank you guys so much for your time. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. What are you waiting for? Subscribe, be a part of the family. Also, if you have not hit that notification bell, make sure you do that as well so that you can be notified every time that I upload a video. I thank you guys so much for your time, and I'll see you next week. Thank you.